Beautiful Cancerian. It's Maggie from Magnificent Tarot. Let me get some more light. It's a little dark. That's better. All right, you guys. This is another love note from Spirit. Oh, I got a lot to talk about. I'm gonna try to keep these short. So this is a new series that I started, and it is focused around your own individual journey. Aside from all the love stuff, aside from all the trying to figure out if somebody's going to come back or if there's going to be a reconciliation or there's going to be love coming your way. Aside from all of this spiritual spying, I wanted to do something that was dedicated to um, guidance. I do like to consider myself a teacher, a spiritual teacher, um, and I'd like to um, take my readings to a different level when it comes to um, helping people along their path and journey. Sometimes these notes will pick up, sometimes I'm being guided to talk about love depending on what information is being channeled. Sometimes it's about your own individual journey, which is what this is really meant for. The focus is on you, the spotlight is on you. Okay? This is about guidance, this is about your spiritual awakening. This is about you living in your truth, you being your true, authentic self, Cancer. So, this love note or love notes, depending on what messages come through, are from your spiritual team. And this could be, your spirit guides, your family members that may have crossed both known and unknown to you. This could be from your higher self, angels, and just your spiritual team. This could come from source directly, or what you call God, God directly, the universe. I hope I'm talking loud enough. I don't have the headphones in because it's I don't like the background noise. I get this weird buzzing, so I'm hoping that the audio is good. I'm gonna try to speak up. So this is love notes from Spirit. This is them relaying information and messages and guidance and hope. Basically little nudges, just because they take notes. They watch us and they take notes on our progress. They hear your cries, they hear your pleas, they hear your prayers, and they just want to let you know that they're here. They haven't forgotten you, and they want to encourage you to keep going and keep growing, right? So enough rambling. I got a lot of information, and I got a lot of information to share, and I wanted to just let you guys know why I'm doing these and why I've named it what I've the series Love Notes, because it's like these are notes, because the way I perceive, because my gift is claircognizance. I have other gifts too, clairaudience and clairsentience and clairvoyance, but claircognizance is a little different because it's a knowing. And sometimes I see images, and sometimes I physically hear, but the way I hear in readings is different. It's like when you get an epiphany or a thought, right? It's just like a light bulb moment, or that thought that comes to your mind. The one that we kind of doubt. You get that first thought and then you kind of just dismiss it. But it's like when you have that knowing, it's just that you know something, like, oh, it's like someone says 1 plus 1. It's like you already know the answer. It's kind of like you know the answer already to something. It's hard to explain, but So the way I get these I get these messages in different ways. I get imagery, I get the knowing, or it pops up in my mind repeatedly. Like I keep um, hearing the thought, and when I hear it's just me. You know how when you talk to yourself, but inside, you know when you talk, but in your mind to yourself, it's kind of like I hear myself saying something to myself because I hear my own voice, and sometimes I hear other voices. But during my reading, it's like it's me. I don't. I'm rambling, but anyway, these are your love notes. So these come in. They're like little notes to me that I relay back to you. And then what I was thinking about, like while meditating on your energy, the collective of Cancer, they want you to take notes. That's why notes came up for me, because I was thinking about like, what am I going to name this new series? Everybody got something, their own little thing, and yeah, so notes. It's not just them taking notes. They want you to take notes. They want you to watch these readings, and I'm talking about like readings that are not just based on is he coming back or is does he love me? No, we're talking about your spiritual growth here. We're talking about your spiritual evolution here. There are a lot of great readers that talk about the spiritual evolution, and one of them is what was her name? She's so good. I was listening to her today. She blew me away, and I wanted to mention her because it is always good to support other readers, especially when they have such an impact on your life. There's great readers out there, but I'm talking about some people really tackle real issues, and they're about this spiritual journey. They're really teachers. We have angelic karma. Your angelic karma. Let me say her name right. And oh my God, what is her name? I gotta get her name out here because I told myself that I was gonna shout her out. She may never know that I shot her out, but it doesn't matter. Um, I have so much respect for her, and I'm talking about like I listened to her readings before, and they always hit home, but this one blew me out the park. Like she done. It's almost like I woke up out of a slumber, if that makes any sense. Um, yeah, I did. I needed to, and it was something she said. Because I left a comment on her video. I'm about to give you her name right now, y'all. Divinely Feminine. Watch her videos. Um, she said, I'm gonna bring it up. Um, she was talking about how, and I don't know, you guys probably watch a lot of readings, and she was talking about fire signs, that we have this thing with fire signs. She didn't really specifically say that, but we have, based on my readings, Cancers are dealing with Sag, Aries, and Leos, and predominantly people with Leo in their chart because there's some type of karmic thing with us. It's all astrological. We're paired with fire signs to help us with our confidence and all that other stuff. But she said the experience that we're facing with whoever your partner is was to help you. It was She was saying that we're manifesting from our emotions, but these experiences that were so difficult, that were basically broke us down, were to help us manifest from our spirit. And that shit just blew me away because I got that light bulb moment, the epiphany. It clicked. Something clicked in me. But yeah, Divinely Feminine. Please check her out. She's good. She's a real deal. I mean, there's so many. Um, but that was the person that I watched today, and I just wanted to, let y'all know that she's she is a true teacher. She is very articulate. I mean, she is good at what she does, and she's very passionate. She's also a Cancer. I think she has Cancer in her chart. So this reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Venus and Cancer and North Node, because the nodes did switch to Cancer, the North Node. So if you have Cancer in your North Node, this video is for you. All right, so let's get started. So Spirit has led me. I mean, if y'all can watch all the notes because we have all signs in our charts. And the other notes I didn't mention the fact that I think you guys should take notes during this video because I'm a teacher. We all teach each other. It's a teacher-student relationship, the Hierophant energy. It's about teaching and learning. So take notes when you watch these type of videos that are not just based on is he coming back or whatever. When you're watching a video about spiritual growth and when it's directed towards guidance, take notes. Okay, these are love notes from your spiritual team, love notes from Spirit, and this is coming from a place of unconditional love. Spirit guided me to look at the bottom of these decks because what I do is I pull from 3 different decks. So this is one. This is just a regular tarot deck, and then my energy oracle deck. But I did the tarot deck first. Then I did the psychic tarot for the heart because these are beautiful, and this is about love and relationships. Because a lot of you guys, I mean, like I said, this is still about love, but it's about teaching you self-love after a hard tumultuous relationship, because you guys are here looking at you guys are here seeking relationship advice. Okay, and so I did that deck, and then I do the energy oracle deck. So we have 3 different from the 3 different decks. I pull and I let whatever come out. So it's 3 positions. You can look at it as past, present, future if you want. Sometimes it comes out like that. Sometimes I read it as a whole. It just depends on how the message comes out. And Spirit said, look at the bottom of the deck, Max. And I did that. And it was crazy because the energy oracle deck, I looked at it first. I got card 8. And it was indecision. And then when I looked under the psychic tarot of the heart, or for the heart, I got card 8. And it was moving on. I thought that was very crazy powerful. And then the core of the reading, which is the middle section, this card, this is the middle section. This is why I use the cyclic tarot of the heart in the middle. It's the heal card, which is the star card, and it's an 8. So we got 8, 8, 8 on the table, people. Crazy energy right now already. So I decided to look at the bottom of all the decks to kind of tie in the energy. So from the regular tarot deck here, we got the High Priestess in reverse. So the basis of this message is noticed. They wanted me to let y'all know that you guys really have to start listening to your intuition, and we are very intuitive. We have, every sign has their purpose on this planet, and the North Node in Cancer is all about. That is what you should be. You need to do research on the North Node because that is what you should be kind of growing into. What is it? The South Node is your karma, and the North Node is where you're supposed to be heading. I'm not an astrologer, but something like that, right? Do your research on the North Node. I know it's just that it wasn't part of my focus while I was doing my meditation, but it is about clearing karma, and then your North Node is what you should be heading towards. And this is a very advantageous time for Cancers if your North Node is in Cancer, and for Cancers in general. My clarifying decks, so they're letting me know that Aquarius season is very significant for you guys, because it's this is the air element card, and when this card comes up, it says to take note of the dates for these elements, and we are in Aquarian season. So this is a very advantageous time for us. The air element card also speaks of inspiration, expansion, and clarity. Clarity, finally. And then my other clarifying deck, this card popped out. Three of Swords in reverse. This is the indication that we are doing the healing. There is a focus or the focal point here, moving into this new cycle, because a lot of us just moved into a new cycle. Some of us moved into this cycle at the end of December. Some of you guys are still closing up cycles, but the focus here is healing the broken heart, Cancerians. We know this energy all too well, don't we? A lot of us been struggling with that brokenheartedness. So I just wanted to set the tone of the reading because this is going to be deep, deep, deep. Okay? Let's talk about these two cards at the bottom, indecision and moving on. A lot of you guys are faced with making, there's a big focus on, should I stay or should I go? You guys are having a hard time moving on from something, a situation, a person, a feeling. He's at a crossroads. You're at a crossroads, Cancer. And you need to decide, are you going to stay stuck in the past, or are you going to stay focused on the past, or are you going to go back to the past, meaning past relationship, or are you going to go towards something new? This can bear different consequences for different Cancers. Some people, the past is the right path. And some people, the future is the right path. It just depends on your journey and where you're at and what's going on. And you understand? And it don't necessarily have to be the past. It just could be two different paths that you got to choose from. Two people, two jobs, a way of being, a way of thinking. This could be about change, old self, new self. However this resonates, you are at a crossroads and you are unable to decide. You are unable to move on. We have 8. Karma, 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 karmic. These two cards, and we get these out the way. And whoa, after the 8, we have the 9. And guess what that says? Wowzers. Dreams coming true, Cancers, once you make that decision. I feel like you're stuck in your growth. There's a delay in some sort of abundance for some of you guys because of this indecision, of this inability to move on. The message is very clear. It's coming through strong. And I did a lot of meditating for you guys. I did a lot of notes and contemplation and reflection because I'm a Cancer sun. 2 8s, 3 8s with the heal card. Let's get into this message here. So there is something that you are having trouble moving away from or moving on from, and I feel a feeling. I feel like it's a way that you've been thinking, and I know you guys hear this all the time. The way you've been thinking, Cancer. You don't gotta be that broken-hearted girl. You don't gotta be that broken-hearted guy any longer. You don't gotta be the reject or the always feeling like you're last or something. You don't gotta be that person, Cancer, because you know that you're special. You got a big heart. You're intuitive. You're beautiful. You're giving. You got all these great qualities, but I think that Spirit wants to convey to you that you got to start believing those things. I think that along the path, because there was a lot of darkness and confusion, you forgot who you were. So this is why they're calling you to heal. It's important for you to heal here. So whatever this is that you can't move on from, whatever this indecision is, it's preventing your growth. 3 8s. So let me put this here. And we got three cards for this main energy here. The first card that came out was the Ten of Pentacles. I was very pleased about this for you guys. And when I was thinking about this energy here, the Ten of Pentacles here, I was like, okay, obviously this is the goal. You know, North Node in Cancer, or Cancer North Node, this is about the family, the home. We rule the fourth house. Family, home, traditions, values. You guys watching, you guys want to have this. This is your goal. You just want to have a family. You want to have something long term. You want to have something committed. You want to have children, some of you guys. And some of you guys already have this, but you don't, it's not bringing you fulfillment. But for the ones that are longing for this, they're saying that you're so close. This is fulfillment. Hold on, you guys. Let me just check on the music and see why it stopped. Okay. There we go. And this is the ultimate fulfillment for Cancerians. Right? For most of you guys are focused on financial stability, inner stability. You want success. Not only do you want to have the family, not only do you want to have the stability in your life, something long term, you're also wanting to have the achievements. You want to thrive, you want to flourish, you want to have that reputation. You want the security, you want the solid foundation, the protection, the wealth. You want it all. And I feel like a lot of us been shortchanging ourselves. A lot of us been telling ourselves that we weren't worthy of this, or we couldn't have this for some reason. Circumstances, life. But your spirit guides are saying, no, Cancer, you can have all of that. All of this. This is also letting me know that family is coming through for you guys. This is about family. Your family is telling you that they're here and they'll do anything it takes to help you get here, because a lot of you guys are clearing up ancestral bloodline blockages and debts. Okay, it's big. It's bigger than you think. It's bigger than you wanting somebody to come back. It's bigger than you wanting this person to reconcile. It's bigger than, woe is me, I'm the victim. It's bigger than that, Cancer. This is about breaking the consciousness of lack. This is about breaking that cycle of rejection and cycle of abandonment and cycle of fears, the cycle of inadequacy. You are responsible for your own happiness, nobody else. And if this is what you want, what's stopping you from getting it? What's stopping you from getting the career you want? What's stopping you from getting the family you want? What's stopping you from having the children you want? I mean, well, they're having children, and if you can't have children, there's other alternatives, or, if you can't have children, what's stopping you from getting fulfillment elsewhere? Because a lot of times we feel like if we can't have one thing, that we can't have everything, and I'm not trying to be insensitive to people that can't have children. I know that there's some people that can't have children, and it's very difficult, especially if that's a desire of yours. But we also have people that feel like, if I'm not in a relationship, they feel like it's the end all be all. Like, I'm not in a relationship, I can't be happy. I don't have somebody, I can't be happy. I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have a wife, I don't have a husband, I can't be happy. I don't have this dream career yet. I can't be happy. No, there's so many ways. There's so many things out there that can bring fulfillment in your life. And I think it's that defeatist attitude and that that attitude of um, the self doubt or the self sabotaging, think the self limited beliefs and the self sabotaging that is preventing you from having the things you want, attracting the husband or the life or the career or the abundance you want, because you don't believe that you can have it, Cancer. And if this isn't you, this message isn't for you, okay? But this is the goal, the ultimate fulfillment for Cancer, whatever that fulfillment is, whether it's having kids, having a husband, having a wife, having your dream home, or having that dream job, or making six figures, whatever it is that will bring you the fulfillment. It is centered around family for you guys, because that is what the Cancer in the North Node is about, the fourth house. And if you don't know what the fourth house is about, you got to do the research. Remember, take notes. This is important for you guys to understand. There's a lot of things tied into why you were born into the sun-sided Cancer, why you are going through the lessons that you're going through now. Okay, so you want permanence, and please write that word down, permanence. And I did look up the meaning for you guys. And if any of you guys watched that Aries soulmate, I am so sorry that I kept messing up the word. Um, and now I can't remember the word. I was messing up this word that I can't remember. I kind of sort of remember it. Um, I gotta see it, but that's neither here or there. Oh, exacerbate. That's the word, exacerbate. I kept messing it up for some reason. It's probably because of the energy, because Aries are so fiery, and I'm an Aries rising. But okay, but permanence is the word, and it's the state or quality of lasting or remaining unchanged indefinitely. So here's the thing about permanence. There's something called the law of impermanence, and this is about things don't last forever, Cancer. Okay, you guys get into this impermanence attitude of and I think that's the problem, the impermanence of nature about you. It kind of keeps you, and I don't want to use the word stuck, it kind of keeps you, um I guess I could say stuck, because permanence is something unchanging indefinitely. But I feel like this inability to move on from certain things, it's because we don't want things to change sometimes, especially when it's something that we really really want. And I just said that at 28 minutes and 28 seconds. Sometimes we're afraid, uh, we're afraid to let go because we don't want change, we don't want something to change. And a lot of times it's, we don't want that fantasy to change, because a lot of times it's not based and rooted in reality. Sometimes it's a fantasy or something unrealistic that we conjured up in our mind. And I'm just being real. So it's time to take off the rose colored glasses, Cancers, and it's time to really look at things from a very realistic standpoint. It's time to be honest with yourself. And the clarity and uh, the clarity about permanence is that um, when it comes to relationships, okay, they will end at some point. either through lack of compatibility, um, separation, or death. So you got to get used to releasing certain things, Cancer, as hard as that may sound. And I'm not trying to come off harsh from a Cancer. I know you're going to have to start getting used to releasing things. And you know what? Cancers are petty as hell. You know, we know how to cut people off when we need to, but sometimes um, when it's time to cut certain things all out of our lives, certain ways of thinking or people or toxic behaviors, we have a problem with that. And I think that the pettiness is the emotional immaturity that some of us face. And this is because of, again, circumstances and because of the inability to control the emotions or to express the emotions. And this is really for Cancer. I mean, and it doesn't really matter your age, but this is it depends on the amount of healing you've been through because the more evolved Cancers kind of understand how to temper the emotions. But that's neither here or there. But the purpose of me bringing up permanence is that you got to get used to understanding that the law of impermanence when it comes to relationships, because this is tied to love, okay? That the relationships will end, whether it be friends, family, romantic. Understand that people come in your lives, and I'm speaking of multiple Cancers for lessons and for reasons unknown and to be catalysts for our change and for our growth. And as much as we don't like to hear that, as much as we don't like the fact that we have to suffer to grow or to heal or to learn, sometimes it's the only way to really trigger real growth in you, because again, that permanence about us, that unchanging attitude, and that inability to move on or to let go causes such a hindrance in our growth, and it causes us to remain stuck, and then it stunts your growth. And it doesn't have to be in all areas of your life. It could just be emotional growth. It could be stability all around. It just depends on you, and all the other elements in your chart and what's going on in your life. Because some people have it worse than others. So, but we got to get used to that. You know, not everything. Some things don't last forever. Okay, we all eventually will expire. Death is inevitable. Um, so, in the physical, plane, that is. So we got to get used to it. How does the law of impermanence speak to you? Because I want you guys to look that up. The law of impermanence. Does it scare you that you're not going to be able to hold on to something forever? Does it depress you or does it free you? And then I'm reading something. This is not my words, by the way. And the author wrote, "This too shall pass. Pass, rather. This too shall pass." It will pass. As will the good times, as will the bad times, as will the businesses that you build, the friendships you form, the marriages and the relationships with your children, all of it. All of it at some point will cease to exist as you either cease to exist or situations evolve. A deep understanding of this law, one taken in fully without fear, frees us from attachments. If we deeply understand that all relationships must end, then when one does, we also know The pain of the loss, too, must come to an end in given time. We know that when one door closes, as they all must do at some point, another one must open. By understanding the law has to work both ways, we can take solace. By understanding the law has to work both ways, we can take solace in the fact that the relationships with the pain we may be feeling today also must end. It cannot live inside of us forever. It will change. We will change. Our circumstances will change. Life will bring us new experiences, new relationships, and new set of impermanence. All right, so let's move on. This is the goal. Ten of Pentacles, ultimate fulfillment, career, family, love. Okay, this is everything you want, Cancer. All the things that you were denied, all the things that you thought you couldn't have. They're telling you that this is your time. But when I was doing my notes and when I was meditating and shuffling, because it's a form of meditation for me, they gave me the Emperor, the second chakra, the sacral chakra, and the Fool card. And what I got from this, what I gleaned from this was it is time for you to take the lead. It is time for you to be proactive and take action. If you're wanting to be in a relationship, you got to put yourself out there. You can't take the stance of, I'm not going to let nobody in. I'm too afraid of getting hurt. You got to take on the full energy and you have to be lighthearted and you have to be able to take a risk. Some of you guys have to start a new journey. Some of you guys have to let go of the past. Pack light, Cancer. Offload that emotional baggage. Some of you guys need to have discipline in your life with the Emperor energy. Some of you guys need to take back control. So I was taking notes and I was thinking to myself, wow, the second chakra, sacral chakra, is about it's the seat of the emotion. So it's about your emotions, your desires, your sexuality, your self-expression, your creativity, the sexual energy. This is what helps you to be creative, to be inspired. This is where you store your emotions, and this is where you feel that sense of sensuality and sexuality. And I feel like a lot of us have blockages there, so I do want y'all to do some sacral chakra meditation. So that's the message that came through. Work on your second chakra, your sacral chakra. If you have issues with shame or guilt around that area, around sex, get rid of it. Some of you guys are afraid of being emotionally intimate, meaning that you're afraid of expressing your emotions intimately with someone. Some of you guys are afraid of intimacy because of past partners hurting you so bad. You're afraid of opening up sexually. Some of you guys are dealing with control issues. You need to relinquish control. You need to surrender. With the Emperor energy, this is about head over heart. This is about intellectual versus emotional. Being intellectual in relationships, making more intellectual choices versus emotional ones. Making sure that you're completely honest with yourself. Making sure that all the relationships that you're participating in are serving you. Make sure everyone's needs are met. There's no more room for one-sided relationships, Cancer. Action must be taken. The Emperor is about action. He's very proactive. He goes after what he wants. Take the lead in your life. Take back the control. Stop waiting on things to fall in your lap. Stop waiting on someone to happen to see you, when you're looking frumpy at the grocery store. You need to be proactive and get out there and put yourself out there if you're trying to date, if you're trying to meet people. Don't be stuck in your house like a hermit crab, like someone's going to see you inside. You're not going to find a man if you're always home, Cancer. We like being home. We like going home and putting on our little frumpy sweater and our little joggers. We like to be comfortable, but you're not going to find a man that way. And then the Four of Cups came out reversed. And I was so happy to see that because this is about being proactive. Once again, this is about being ready for new experiences, getting out of that damn stagnation, that stagnancy. Stop ignoring that cup that's being offered by the universe. The universe is trying to bring the love in. They're trying to fill your cup back up. They're saying, here, that damn cup that you've been holding on to, Cancer, that no one could pry out of your hand. They're asking you to get rid of that rusty, crusty cup, and they're offering you a brand new, shiny one. Where damn, it's full to the rim and it's overflowing. Your cup can runneth over, but you got to be open to that. But if you're in the Four of Cups energy, you're rejecting it, or you're avoiding it, or you're not even seeing it because you're too stuck looking back at the past. Families coming through for you guys, your ancestors, both known and unknown, mother and father side, they're coming through because you're here to heal ancestral generational curses. You're needing to heal the curse of no women on my mama's side ever got married curses, and that curse of, oh, all the women in my family gets divorced, or the curse of all the women in my family gets cancer, and the curse of all the men in my family never went to college, or whatever the curse is for you guys, or however it relates to you. And you guys will know by now the patterns. Everybody in my family got pregnant before they before 18, or all the women in my family, are in really bad relationships, type of ancestral curses. It's like your ancestors are writing on you. They're really trying to work with you, and they're giving you synchronicities and number sequences and symbols, and they're coming through the dream state because we have the 888 here, which is significant to some of you guys, and this is a very karmic number. This is about clearing karmic debt. What I see here is a need to be positive and a need to let go of that damn permanence of that permanence, or that energy of wanting things to stay the same, and that energy of not wanting to move on, and that energy of pessimism. Okay, that is the biggest hindrance here with cancers, because when we get into that damn, our moods, especially when we get hurt, we start to become very pessimistic. So let's talk about these eights here. So this is the card that came out. Heal is the major arcana. It's the star card, and I love this card because this is about forgiveness. This is about healing. It's similar to the temperance card because it's about the star card comes after the tower. So after the tower comes in and destroys everything, destroys our little fantasy world, or the relationships that are not working, or traumatic events in our life. After the storm of the tower comes the calm of the star. The star comes in to heal. It offers relief from struggle, okay? The good thing about the star card, it takes us closer to our goals. So after the tower has ripped those things away from us that that was holding us back and blocking our vision, the star awakens us to our new uncluttered environment, because remember the tower it's broken down. It takes things away that we no longer need in our lives. We are now able to realize the true calling in our life, okay? And I want to read from this website that I like called teachmetarot.com, and the writer, she writes here, the author, she writes something that's very profound to me. She wrote, for the first time in a long time, we have the space to see exactly where we are and where we are going when the star appears. All the things that we were so worried about holding on to in the tower are now gone, and we can take a cleansing deep breath. The star brings liberation and freedom, okay, after the change of the devil and the shock of the tower. The very fact that the woman is wearing no clothes symbolizes that she no longer has anything to hide. After the mask she wore in the devil was ripped off her in the tower, she is now free to be herself and show the world who she really is. She now understands that that most of her life has been a facade, behaving and doing things to please others and to keep up with everyone else. In the star, she becomes aware of her unique personality. There is a great sense of peace in just being allowed to do what she wants and to be whoever she wants to be. She no longer has to prove anything to anyone. She is proud of herself and has a strong sense of self worth. This is me and this is who I am. This is time to shine in the center stage of your life. And as you can see, he is breaking free of those chains. You are breaking these chains of limitations, self doubt, those blocks, those generational curses. You're breaking those. Freedom and liberation. This is very important. It is time to shine bright like a star. And what comes to mind is the last shall be first and the first shall be last, Cancer. Take comfort in that. If you felt last, like you were coming in last your whole life, just know that it's going to be your time to come in first. It's going to be your time to shine. And the star card here is a wonderful reminder that you are capable of having anything your heart desires. The star comes in so bright that it's almost like the sun energy where it clears away the confusion and it allows you to really see yourself for who you are as a person. And I'm talking about in a positive light, not what you perceive yourself to be, who you are authentically, Cancer. So, with the star energy, I want to read from this book because this book that it came with had it. I love what he wrote about the star. A peaceful healing energy surrounds you right now. This is the ideal time to bring healing to your relationships and realize your hopes and dreams. This card could be presenting itself to ask you, isn't it time for forgiveness? Understand that no human can ever be perfect. By accepting this, you're in the position to forgive yourself and those with whom you're involved. Forgive freely and without reservations, as blame and resentment are heavy weights to bear. And I feel like you're breaking free of those chains of being bitter or resenting or being unable to forgive people that have hurt you. These are causing the blockages, not being able to forgive. By forgiving, you'll feel a weight lifted off your shoulders and become enveloped by deep serenity. You'll also give the gift of serenity to the other person. Don't just offer forgiveness, also offer your love and thoughtful insight. Open non-judgmental dialogues with others, sharing what you've learned and how you have grown. By doing so, you'll become encouraging to others to practice forgiveness. With hopes for the future, relationships can blossom. Please know too that forgiving yourself and embracing a hopeful spirit, you also invite new relationships in your life. At the same time, be willing to receive the blessings that others have to offer you. Be open to their insight and guidance. Listen objectively to what others have to say and act upon that guidance if it feels right for you. Be receptive to divine inspiration as well. It surrounds you at this time. Heal yourself, heal your relationships, and be at peace. I thought that was really beautiful. So there's a decision that you need to make, and it has to do with moving on. This could be moving on from a relationship, like I said. This could be moving on from a mindset, a certain way of being. This could be moving on from past hurt, pains, and traumas. Spirit is saying that you don't have to be indecisive. Take the path of least resistance. Which path is the one of least resistance? We have a moth here and we have a butterfly here. And this is about transformation. This white butterfly with his wings open, this is about this path is going to lead you to the transformation that you so rightfully deserve, and this is imperative for you right now. Change. It's time for you to transmute those feelings. And this is the Eight of Cups energy, by the way. Letting go of that emotional baggage, Cancer, moving on. Time to walk up that mountain. This is about a spiritual awakening for you guys. Because if I position them like this is them, this is you at a crossroad, right? Not knowing which way to go, not being able to make a decision. Then you make the decision to move on. And then comes the healing. However that resonates for you. And then they gave me this message here, and they were telling me about that darkness, that confusion, the sun in reverse. And now, there go that heartbreaker, Cancer. For male Cancer, this is you needing to understand your emotions and not being afraid of them, not living in that energy of avoidance. Because I feel like for the male Cancers out there, you've been avoiding dealing with these emotional issues here. You've been uncomfortable with your emotions because a lot of times our men are taught that it's emotions or showing emotions is a sign of weakness. But that's untrue. A lot of you guys have been overwhelmed and been very emotional as men, and you guys don't understand that because you may have lived your life, the majority of your life, as being emotionally detached. But Spirit is saying that it is time for you to come out of that darkness. It is time to come to allow the healing to take place and stop being avoided and stop detaching. It is time to face those emotions because there is a victory waiting for you here. Okay? For women, I have a separate message from you. But Spirit is bringing in the energy of the sun in reverse. Okay? Your ancestors, your spiritual team are wanting me to convey the energy of the sun in reverse here because this is about a block or blockages, which I was talking about. These blockages, these restrictions, these obstacles. These restrictions, obstacles, or blocks that you may have been feeling have stifled your creativity, your growth, your self-expression. Okay? Your true authentic self has been stifled for way too long, Cancer. And these are challenges that may have been imposed by other people, relationships, family, friends, external to you, and a lot of it was internal. And this is what I mean by internal. This is the energy of you standing in your own way, because again, the self-limited beliefs, the self-doubt, the self-criticism, the pessimism, the low self-esteem, the low self-worth, putting everybody first before you put yourself first. And a lot of this self-imposed um, um, energy was bringing on challenges, again, restrictions and blockages, but also they were stemming from a place of fear. Fearing that you couldn't have something, that you couldn't be somebody, that you couldn't be with somebody. And this self-doubt was crippling you, Cancer, and still is crippling some of you guys. So it's time to let go and it's time to take a risk. Like I said, I saw the Fool card in the pre-shuffle, and that is about being optimistic. That is about taking risk and breaking free of fear. A lot of times we sabotage relationships because of fear, because we automatically assume that we're going to be hurt or rejected, and sometimes we don't even give people chances. Sometimes we run away from situations because it becomes too hard or difficult, or it starts to remind us of the past. So this is about a period of time when you find yourself living in darkness or confusion, where there's a lack of direction or even depression. Reclaim your power and take back emotional control of your life. Stop focusing on the clouds like the sun. The light of your soul shines no matter what. And like I said, you are a star, Cancer. Let your soul shine through. Let people feel you, not only see you, but let them feel who you are. Stop dimming your light to make other people feel better. Let your soul shine no matter what difficulty or darkness may be clouding the horizon. Your power and light are always present, able to bring healing and renewal through strong, self directed choices in any situation. So let go of doubt and let your creativity come forth and know that you deserve to shine. Same message as the star card. Okay? So there's some self doubt that some of you guys are dealing with. Some of you guys are dealing with um, somebody, if you're a woman, specifically for women, you're dealing with somebody that doesn't honor you or that hasn't honored you in a relationship, or this could just be uh, multiple people. This could just be a pattern of not being honored in relationships. This could be a pattern of not being respected, or someone not seeing your worth or value, or being in a one-sided relationship where there's no equal give and take. This could be an energy of you attracting partners that are deceitful, quick to criticize you, or quick to anger. And remember, there is an energy of fear here and self doubt. So, a lot of you, because you are fearful and you have a lot of self doubt, you are attracting partners. And the way that they internalize those fears affects the way that they act externally. And a lot of them are acting in this manner of anger, deceit, and criticism and just harshness because they have fear and self doubt. Okay, because you guys are a vibrational match, and but they're not going to admit that. Okay, because these are people coming in your life because they're a reflection to you, because you won't admit your faults. Okay, so you're paired with people that are bringing, that have these traits or attributes in order for you to see yourself, so that you can heal those parts of you, Cancer. So your spiritual team wants you to know that you deserve honoring in any relationship, friendships, family, romantic relationships. They're wanting you to know that it's time for you to set boundaries if you're dealing with people that are very harsh, very controlling and demanding, people that are not giving you what you deserve, people that are not honoring you in relationships. They're asking you to set boundaries, and they're asking you to not buy into any emotional chaos. Do not let anybody come in and disturb your peace. This is about peace, the star card. Do not let anybody come in and disturb your peace, Cancer. Your soul longs for emotional peace. You just want peace. You just want something that's equal to what you've been willing to give all along. You've been willing to give all of you 100%. And our downfall is that we don't expect the same in return. We're just, we get so happy with just crumbs sometimes, and I'm being completely honest. We don't see it as crumbs at the time until we look back in retrospect. Spirit is telling you that you need to break free of this energy of people coming in disrupting your peace. People that are coming in and that are taking away your sunshine, that are stealing your shine. People that are bringing in dark clouds and and causing a storm to brew within you and causing depression and sadness. Stealing your joy, basically stealing your joy. Spirit says once you make a decision here, you get out of this energy of indecision, and you make a decision to move on from things that don't serve you, the healing can take place. And once the healing takes place, we have a completion here. This is 28. That bridges us to 10. And you are going to be victorious. It's your choice. You have a choice. You're at a crossroads, and your spiritual team is asking you to choose wisely, Cancer. Do you want victory? Victory is here to tell you that you are deserving. You are worthy of the love that you desire, of the home and the stability and the financial success you desire. But you gotta let go. And a lot of this is letting go of the past. I mean, some of you guys grew up in a broken home where there wasn't stability. Some of you guys grew up impoverished. Whatever that is, whatever that trauma is, that hurt or that pain was, I see divorce. I see someone is indecisive about a divorce here. You know what to do. You want this. You want this. You want victory in your life. Some of you guys need to forgive your partner, and you need to let go of the past. You need to move on in order to heal the relationship. But this message is about you right now. I'm bringing up the other person because you're fixated on the other person. And Spirit wants you to focus on you and your happiness and what you deserve and what you want. It's about you. Okay. It's about you, Cancer. It's about what you want. And you want this Ten of Pentacles. I can't get it to come up now. Focus on this. But you have to understand, in order to attract that, you need to heal yourself. Because what you've been attracting are vibrational matches. And if you're still attracting people that are hurting you, or if these people keep coming back and they're still hurting you, that means you haven't healed. What does it take, Cancer? What will it take for you to get this happiness, this victory? You're going to have to make a sacrifice here, and it can't be you this time. It just can't be you this time, Cancer. This card shows a beautiful spirit holding a golden victory wreath in acknowledgement of your achievements. Success is on its way, and you have the sense of pride in what you've worked to accomplish. The achievements may be a great outer success, or it may be a deep inner change that you've been exerting a lot of effort towards. Enjoy the sense of accomplishment, but be careful not to rest upon your laurels. People expect outer triumph to bring great changes, but often there may still be inner work to do. Let yourself be open to victory on every level. So they're asking you to keep doing the work. You're close, but you got a lot of work to do, Cancer. Okay? I know this is a long, long reading, but we're going to let Spirit guide us. Okay? And if you're still here watching, I appreciate you sending my love and light to you. So, what else do you want to tell Cancer? So, your ancestors, the Magician, is coming through. Wow. So, they're saying that there's abundance coming in for you. This is an earth energy, and this is about stability. This is specifically about financial success. In the financial sector, this is about material wealth. And they're saying that you have all the tools to manifest what it is that you desire, Cancer, as the Magician. You are the Magi, you are the Magician in your life. They're saying take back control and start manifesting the life that you want here. And I can't help to notice the background here. It's night here on this card, and we have stars here. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13. Well, there's a little bit more. I didn't see the little ones. I was trying to see if it added up to 8, but it don't. But if, for me, this is about going within, and this reminds me of the subconscious here, the night here, and it's about going within and meditating and really, really getting connected to your higher self here. Really getting grounded here because this is about being grounded too. I feel like somebody does a lot of stargazing. You look up in the sky a lot at night. It helps you think, it helps you clear your thoughts. They're saying that your manifestation powers it's good for you to get out in that moonlight and do and start manifesting. Doesn't matter what type of moon. I know a lot of people do moon magic during the full moons and stuff. This is not about doing this a ritual. This is just about getting out there under the moonlight. But make sure that your thoughts are very positive, okay? Because the moon amplifies. So this will boost your manifestation. But there is a male entity coming through, okay? And they're asking you to take the necessary steps to educate yourself. Okay, you have all the tools and the resources, but this energy of the magician also represents he is the one that unpacks the full knapsack, and he teaches him how to harness the energy of the aces. I want you to really take the time and really like write, plan out what it is that you want. Write it down, what it is that you want to acquire, what kind of relationship you want, what kind of husband or what kind of wife you want, what kind of person you want to be. And I want you to get really real with yourself about the things about yourself that you would like to change, the behaviors. And I need you to be really honest about the people that you're entertaining in your life right now. And you're needing to eradicate anybody that is taking your joy or stealing your joy and disturbing your peace because they're not serving you anymore. He represents the priest in this particular deck. A lot of you guys are priests and high priestesses. This is about harnessing your true power and realizing your capabilities. Also, I wanted to mention that the star comes in, and when it comes in, it helps you to become aware of your true destiny, okay? Because what it does is it helps you to feel connected to heaven and earth. When your mind is clear, you have the freedom to be true to yourself without fear of judgment. And what that does is it lets your creative juices flow. And that's why I saw the second chakra, because that's about creativity. Okay, whether this is being more sexually expressive or just more creative in the way you show up in the world. This could just be feeling more creative when it comes to your talents, artistically, musically. Artists of all kinds love to see this card in a reading because this is about the influence of the star is a pure source of creative flow. And when you see that come up in your reading, this is an advantageous time to really dig deep and take advantage of that energy, okay? Because you are being blessed with all these energies in order for you to attain that fulfillment that you desire. The universe has heard your prayers, your cries. They know how you suffered, and they are trying to reward you for your hard work, but you can't, it's not going to fall in your lap. You're going to have to put in that work, do the healing that's necessary, and start believing in yourself. And in order to manifest, you have to believe. With the star card, you have to have hope and faith. It doesn't if you don't believe it, and if you don't have hope, and if you don't have faith, you can't manifest the life that you want. This man is wealthy. This man here, dwarves and gnomes, is about stability. It's about materialistic things. It's about acquiring those earthly pleasures. He's also coming through because there's a man trying to come through. This face might look familiar to some of you guys. This is an older gentleman, a grandfather coming through. It's a little gnome. It's a gnome, but an older gentleman coming through for someone. Any other messages for Cancer? Let's clarify this man holding a heart in reverse. Oh, for the men, I'm sorry, I was supposed to tell y'all. For the men, male Cancers, this card coming in reverse, this is about, it indicates a disconnect or even total shutdown regarding your emotional life. And it's saying that it's time for you to open up and know that you can handle deep emotions and the energy they bring up. Whether it's anger, grief, or utter bliss, you can be comfortable in their experience and in their expression. Okay? So for a man, it's about opening up and expressing yourself. You're too emotionally detached. And what you're doing is you're repelling people. You may lose an important relationship because you're not expressing your true emotions to someone, and they don't really know how you feel. And if you're dealing with a Cancer, if you're a cross watcher, she doesn't know how you feel or he doesn't know how you feel. And it's making someone feel like they're unwanted, and that is the problem that Cancers have, is that fear of rejection. Clarify man holding a heart. So I saw conflict. This person brings a lot of inner conflict. Why is man holding a heart here? Why are you showing this message, Spirit? I'm gonna wrap this up, you guys, but all right. So Page of Pentacles is showing up here. Someone wants to offer you a practical offer, but they're afraid to come through. This person may be financially stable. They are trying to manifest a new beginning, or they're trying to gain the confidence to come towards you. But there is some fear, but this could just be an apology. This could be a note, a news. For some of you guys, for some men, if you are having some emotional problems because of financial instability or a loss of finances due to an ending of a relationship or anything of the sort, they're saying that you're going to be blessed with something that's going to improve your finances. There will be some news coming in about your money situation. It is there is some. This is universal energy here. Here, the Magician card, and this is about spirit guides too. So your spirit guides that came back out, Nine of Pentacles. So they're telling me that your financial situation, both male and female, will improve. Cancerians. You will be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor soon. So they're asking you not to fret. The Magician energy is here letting you know. This is a spirit guide, but this is a male spirit guide coming through. These are two men. These are two masculine energies that came out together. They're letting you know that they are communicating through your dream state. And they're asking you to release this is that they're asking you to release anything that doesn't serve you. This is the energy of you taking that time to pause, to reflect on what transpired in the past, and there is an illumination that has already been achieved here. Lessons have been learned here. There is a new perspective, or they're asking you to take on a new perspective. Sometimes the hangman in reverse can be, um, in its extreme state, this can be an energy of being stuck too. It can be that. But I would like to look at the hangman in reverse as you releasing yourself from that period of isolation. Or asking you to get out of that period of isolation actually, um, and being open to putting yourself out there, because again, when I was doing my notes, like I said, like a lot of you guys need to get out there. Okay, this could be not heeding a message. This could be refusing to go in and instead struggle to remain in control and on top of the situation. So they're asking you to release or relinquish control, and they're asking you to surrender and allow them to come in and help you. They're asking you to allow them to come in and help you here. Okay, when it comes to financial matters, they're asking you to trust. That's the card that came out in my pre-shuffle, trust. When he comes in reverse, the hangman, you may be absorbed or obsessed with the material world of having and getting. Your inner voice cannot compete with the noise and din from the outside fight. If you do not take the time out to reflect, you will repeat the same mistakes again and again until you learn the lesson. A word of warning from the spirit world. Each time a lesson is not learned, it will return to you again and again. But each time it returns, it will have become even more challenging. On the other hand, it suggests that there is a lot of demands on you at the present, which makes you feel tied up and restricted. You may long to be free and have a bit of time for yourself to think, but your obligations right now prohibit such luxuries. Okay? This also can indicate that you're holding on to a relationship that is not working because you couldn't be bothered to either sort it out or get out of it. You may be jumping from one disastrous relationship to another and laying the blame on your partner all the time. If you bother to take the time to reflect on why this happens all the time, you might see a pattern and learn a thing or two. The hangman reverse can suggest you are fighting your inner self in some way. Okay? It could also mean that you have lost faith in life and that you think that it will never get any better. But remember, life is constantly in motion and that this time too shall pass. Remember the law of impermanence. This too shall pass. This is a big, big message. Important message. I don't know why I use the word big, but this is a huge message. This is why you need to take notes. You think that things won't get better, but life is constantly in motion. This too shall pass. It is time to strive for acceptance, resignation, and a search for inner peace. On the other hand, this card can indicate that the difficult time is just about over and life is about to pick up again. Okay? So they're saying that life will pick up again, but you can't avoid doing that inner work. Have acceptance and resignation, meaning that you have to realize certain things. You know, you gotta. It's like it's surrendering to the fact that you gotta cut away from certain things or let certain things go. And remember, your issue is that moving on. So this is about releasing those things that don't serve you, no matter how hard they get. Whether it's a job, family, friends, relationships, you got to put yourself first. This is about self-sacrifice. You can't sacrifice yourself anymore, Cancer. Remember, victory. How bad do you want this, Cancer? Let's clarify this hangman here, and then I'll go ahead and close the reading out. Trust your intuition. Trust. Heal. Move on. Clarify the hangman in reverse for Cancer. Thank you. Wow. So, they said stop blocking out their voices. They said stop avoiding their messages or stop ignoring their messages. They're trying to help you. They say stop pulling away or withdrawing or avoiding problems or conflicts or confrontation. They said stop ignoring your intuition. They said it's time to speak, Cancer. It is time to speak your truth, Cancer. It is time to speak your truth. And I'm going to keep repeating it because I need you to understand. It is time to speak your truth, Cancer. You need to be heard. People need to know how you feel. And I'm not talking about speaking your truth in an emotional frenzy or in an emotional imbalanced way. No, I'm talking about it's time to let people know who you are as a person and what you stand for and what you will not accept versus what you will accept. This is about you getting out and about and stop withdrawing from society and from people and stop isolating yourself. This is also about you not following your path because you're ignoring the inner calling. This is about you having a lack of self trust and a lack of self belief. It's time for you to believe in yourself, Cancer. It's time for you to take action. Okay? You're choosing to be single, Cancer. And if you're one of those Cancer that is, being a recluse and staying at home and not wanting to interact and not wanting to go out, they're asking you to get your ass out there. You want a man, you're not going to find him hiding in your house, Cancer. All right? And if you're a man, this is about being too masculine. It's time for you to get in touch with your feminine side. Stop being afraid of those emotions, man. Be expressive. Be okay with talking about emotions and stop giving people the vibe that you want to be left alone because they're going to leave your ass alone. They're saying be patient, Cancer. There could be somebody around you holding secrets, but if you connect with your intuition, you will be able to discern who has your best interests versus who don't. Okay? This is the main thing. You may be keeping yourself busy in order to distract yourself from your problems or issues, hoping they will sort themselves out. Maybe you're afraid to stop and go within for fear of what you might find. The decision you might have to make as a result may be painful and difficult. Okay? Because this is about making a decision, but this is a painful decision, and this is about withdrawing or detaching from somebody. Because remember, moving on is here. But the truth you may have to face about yourself or others may shock or disturb you. Okay? Being busy or keeping yourself distracted doesn't make the problems go away. You need to make time to reflect on your actions, your needs, and your feelings. Okay? You may be feeling a little bit impatient and frustrated because things are not moving fast enough for you. You need to calm down and slow down, okay? Or you may be getting lazy or you may be sitting around and not really doing anything. So if you are feeling stagnant and you feel like you're not getting things done, your spiritual team is saying, listen, get your ass up. Get out there, be proactive about your life. You want to go back to school, be proactive about getting back, getting back into school and taking classes. You want to pursue a dream, be proactive about pursuing that dream. Take classes, learn, educate yourself. You want to lose weight, be proactive. Get grounded. Get grounded. And like I said, use those natural innate talent of being intuitive, being an empath, and being a magician. You are a master manifester. And you have a storehouse of energy in that sacral chakra, the seat of those emotions. You could take that negative emotion or negative emotions and you can transmute those and you can use it as your fuel to create the life that you want. Watch that Cancer video that I put out. It was the mid-month for January, but I did talk about transmuting. But Cancer, I'm going to leave you with one last message. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Take some time out, spend time alone, okay? If you need to, but don't do it to the point where you're avoiding interaction or contact with others, okay? Spirit, give me one last message for Cancer. These are love notes from your ancestors, your spiritual team, your spirit guides. They're letting you know that they're with you, they're watching you, and they will support you. Trust in the decisions that you make and trust that they will be the best decisions for you and all that are involved. Most of this is about letting go of those negative emotions, those fears, the self-doubt. Okay? Doing the inner work to allow yourself to heal. One last message for Cancer, please, Spirit. One last message for Cancer. That's a long one because I'm a Cancer and I had to give y'all a little extra juice. One last message for Cancer, please. I'm feeling like there's an unrealized potential. You guys are not aware of your talents. I think you guys need to really go within and really explore, okay, your talents here. Bountiful nature, spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or hike with your pet, meditate beneath a tree, garden, or sit under the stars. Wow. Wow. How powerful is that? Or sit under the stars. There we go. And do some other activities to connect with the limitless vastness. Remember I was saying go outside to do your manifestation work? There you go. There's confirmation right there. All right, Cancer, I love you guys. Those were your love notes. I hope you did take some notes. But your ancestors are here and they know that you're at a crossroads and this came out again. This is letting me know that these dates are significant. Aquarius season, Gemini season, and also Libra season. But Aquarius season specifically, they're wanting you to take note that this is the most advantageous time for you to start manifesting. Okay, there are going to be major events happening around this time, and a lot of you guys are being faced with a test about moving on. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to leave somebody behind, but it does mean that you're going to have to move on past hurt emotions, feelings, pain, and traumas. This is ultimately about leaving the past behind and forgiving what happened in the past, forgiving yourself and the people involved. Okay? And yes, some of you guys will need to leave people, places, or things that are no longer serving you in order to receive this victory. A lot of you are not getting the victory because you're unable to move on. Okay? But I hope you enjoyed the message. Thank you, you guys. This is the end of your love notes from Spirit.